Hello YouTube, this is Constantine from Quality Control. This is my first pencil YouTube video, and today I would like to talk about my experience with the Rotring 800 over usage over a couple of months. The Rotring 800 is a drafting style pencil by the German company Rotring. This is actually the second model that I have with me, the sort of updated one, and this is not the 800 Plus, which features a stylus sort of end that you can use on tablets and such. This is just the standard 800 model. I've had a pretty good experience with this pencil over the last couple of months. As you can see, it's worn a little bit here on the end, right where I was gripping it, and overall, I really like this pencil. It's pretty good. I had some problems in the end that I would like to address, which kind of led me to making this video in the first place, and a couple of problems that arose from just using it, not abusing it. I haven't really dropped it or anything. It's been in a pencil pouch all of this time with some other pencils and instruments, and it's been treated fairly well. So I would like to discuss some of its issues and again, overall how it felt. The pencil feels very good in the hand. It's a nice small pencil. I wouldn't recommend it for people with very large hands or for people who like to work with larger diameter pencils. This pencil works for me because it is, again, very short and it's very thin, and it has a special knurling here just for the grip and everything. One complaint that I do have, occasionally when I'm writing or drawing something, what would happen is my hand would come into this hexagonal portion of the pencil, sorry about that, and it would keep jabbing into this small corner here, these small corners, which can be a little annoying sometimes, but overall it's not really a problem. So the Rotring 800 is a special pencil in that it features a few cool things. Obviously it has an all metal body, which is pretty cool, which is great for, drop damage resistance or anything. It won't break, even if it's, stepped on or thrown, although I definitely don't recommend throwing it. Something might break on the inside. It also has a unique twist mechanism. As you can see, there's no lead sleeve. You can't see the lead or anything like that. That's because it comes with a special feature here. You just, hold up, let me see if it'll focus. You just extend this, and the lead sleeve comes out, and then you can push it for the lead. And this is a new feature incorporated into the 800 as opposed to its older line of pencils, the Rotring 600, which I also have. Sorry, this one right here. They look identical. The 800 just has the rotating mechanism and is built a little bit sturdier, in my opinion. Aside from this, of course, as I previously mentioned, it has this hexagonal barrel, so it won't slip down a desk when you put it on. And it has the knurling for the grip. And as I also mentioned before, this is a sort of a second generation pencil. The first one had some problems with the internal mechanism, so they exchanged a few parts and changed it up a bit, and I'm going to open it up and show you guys just what it looks like on the inside. Feels very, very good. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and you'll extend it out like this. I'll show you guys. And this is it, very simple. Nothing complicated. There is one piece of plastic here, and truthfully, I don't know exactly how the mechanism works. I've never fully taken apart the pencil, but I imagine it's pretty straightforward. So the feel of the 800 is very good. I feel that it writes very well, and it's very sturdy despite having this internal mechanism which extends the lead out. It stays stable, and it's fairly strong. Only over the last couple of weeks of use, I noticed that occasionally when I'm writing, I don't know what, but something will happen, and it will cause the lead to become loose when writing. That doesn't mean it'll fall out of the end. It just means that when I'm writing, the lead will sort of turn to face the blunt side because for some reason it is more stable on that side. And this is really annoying. Whenever I'm writing, I'm trying to achieve just a little bit thinner line, and it'll just continue reverting back to the blunt side, and the writing will become sloppy. And I know I said this is a small problem, but honestly, whenever the pencil just keeps correcting itself to the dull, already used side, the writing begins to look thick and messy, and eventually it will break because the end becomes so thin, and it will cause the dust to spill, and that's not a very good thing. Other than that, the rest of the time I've used it, it's worked out pretty great. Now, I want to talk about the main problem of this pencil, which I have not seen covered anywhere else, and to me, this is a pretty big deal. So, the whole catch of this pencil, the whole catch of this $30-something pencil, depends on where you get it. It's a little bit more expensive if you buy it from Rotring directly. The whole point, the selling point of this pencil is that it has the mechanism to protect the lead sleeve and the lead, so you're not jabbing yourself in your pocket. It doesn't break or bend whenever you accidentally drop it. And the mechanism worked fine. Everything was working well until, again, about 2 weeks ago, the same problem with the lead rotation. Whenever I go to extend the lead, something kind of bad will happen. So I'll turn it, I'll show you, like this. And after it's locked into place, it works whenever you press it back. But whenever you extend it and you try to advance the lead, like I'm doing right now, and it's not coming out, even though I already have lead into this pencil, and you try to push it back, it will not go back to its original position. And I don't know what the cause of this is. I've opened it up. I figured it was something about this metal piece being stuck within this section here, and it's like gunked up or something, and it's just creating a lot of friction. But I've opened it up, and I just showed you guys, and it seems to be fine. So the solution to this is to grab it, push it back in, and then you'll hear a click, and then you can finally retract it back. Considering that this is an upper class drafting pencil, I guess, to call it, a little bit more expensive, this isn't your average writing utensil. For a problem like this to occur is kind of a big deal. You shouldn't be having to worry about little things like this, and I feel it's just a really bad thing that has happened to the pencil, and it kind of puts the thing to shame considering its status and the status of its predecessor, the 600. So, and again, as I mentioned before, this is sort of the second generation of the Rotring 800, and I don't know where this problem could be coming from, but I just wanted to address it. Like I said, I haven't seen anybody else talk about this before. I hope I didn't miss anything, but I want you guys to know that if you consider buying this pencil, you may be running the risk of this happening to you, and I have not found the solution. I've checked the barrel, I've checked the inside, and it looks clean to me. So I may take it apart in the future completely, but I just don't want there to be any breaking. So overall, I like the pencil. It's served me pretty well over the last couple of months, but again, about a week, 2 weeks ago, I noticed these problems, and they've really just brought me back, and I've started using other pencils. I've kind of left this one in the dust because of this problem. It's not a good thing to deal with. You don't want to be in the middle of class or in the middle of work, and all of a sudden you have the lead freeze up on you, and you have to start grabbing the pencil and fiddling with the sleeve. So that's all I have to say. If you guys still like the pencil, you still feel like you want to purchase it, go ahead. I really haven't seen anybody else complain about this, but I wanted to make a video, I guess, highlighting this aspect. I'll show you guys one more time, just so that you may be a little bit more familiar with it. You extend it, and then it works normally. You can bring it back, although sometimes if you go like halfway, it'll just stick, and then it becomes loose, so you have to go all the way. Hear that click? And then after that, you can bring it back. But if you try to push the lead out, and then you try to pull it back, it does not work, and it becomes stuck, so you have to push the thing inside. So there you have it. This has been my first pencil talk. I plan to do a few more. If you guys want to see any reviews of any special pencils, leave them in the comments. I do plan to make a few more videos, like a video on the Rotring 600, on some pencils like the Graph Gear, and some others like the Zebra Delgard and the Unikuro Toga. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. This has been Quality Control. Thank you for watching, guys.